First of all, Slava Ukrainia. Second of all, I need to talk about specific things and a lot of mistaken and disinformation being going on right now on X or Twitter and also TikTok and Facebook, and that pissing me off. And I have to vent a little bit before I go nuts. So, because I'm in Georgia, I understand how some people think their country is self centered and they're literally dissociating from the entire world politics. And because I'm in Eastern Europe right now in Georgia, I feel that I understand some of the history, which looks like a lot for other people who don't actually bother to check facts. In 2008, Russia tried to invade entire Georgia again, and they were that close to get to Tbilisi. They was that close to invade also the capital of Georgia, Tbilisi. And in the past, when Ukraine had a corrupt leader, he was 100% pro Russia and he didn't give an F about his country. And Ukrainian people revolted, and it's called Maidan Revolution. And they finally were able to choose prosperity and peace and safety for them as citizens of Ukraine and also for their children and the next generation. Later, President Zelensky was elected by the people. And the thing is, the people who don't understand, maybe because I have to say this, I was in the past very pro Russia and I was very kind of like socialist, Marxist when I was in like my teenage phase. I was kind of like, yeah, Russia will save all of us. That's what I was thinking back then. But over time, when I tried to understand more and I used the internet, and I was and still very engaged in a lot of history books and reading a lot of facts about USSR and the the Eastern Europe and Caucasus region history and background and its relation to USSR and how everything went wrong and what would happen if Russia invaded Georgia and Ukraine and then back again like in the past. So the thing is that people who don't understand that Ukraine has a lot of minerals and has a lot of um like resources. Of course, Russia will need these resources. And as a country that is terrorist, I don't want to say the word, but you get it. They don't give an F about anyone else. They don't give an F about their own people. Even Russian people themselves, they are fleeing the country because they are fed up with Putin and his crazy nonsense he's doing. But if Ukraine somehow, if it will not happen, but if they lost, if Russia came and took over Ukraine, they would come to us, to Georgia, and they would take it over. Even the countries in Eastern Europe that supposedly wanted to become a part of EU or the European Union, like Moldova and other countries, they would be invaded as well, which means that Russia would try to create their own crazy empire again by invading countries, right? Because what is the Russia, what is Russia? It's part of lands. They are just like good in invading people, countries and villages and take them as their own, and then they are saying this is our Russian culture. No, it's not. So after that, they would also have the bigger hand and the upper hand of controlling the resources. What resources? The land resources, oil, gas, whatever. They would have the upper hand, which means that these countries would never have their own access to these resources. They would not be able to access to their own resources because that's what an invader and colonizer is doing. That actually you used, like we know that in history, that what colonizer used to do: invade countries and steal their resources and never get any of their own people, the citizens of the country. They cannot have any kind of access to their own resources, and then they become in immense poverty and the communism and blah blah blah. Russia and their supporters and the Russia propagandists, they are stupid and they're nuts. They don't understand the basic of math, even basic physics. So whatever I'm saying, of course, they will just like come through here and get out of here. Like, so it's just, this video is not for them. It's just like as a vent. I'm venting because how stupid people became lately, thinking that, oh my god, if Russia took over Ukraine, we don't care. Like Americans think like, oh, we will never be like we have a big ocean between us. No, you next. The world order. The world order would change. And I don't want to live under the changed world order where the communists, the commies, and their crazy supporters with the like Russian and socialists just like knocking my door and telling me like bliet or something like that. Like fuck you too. Like no, I don't want to live under any like I don't want to live in a country where I'm being like in danger all the time because no, Russia is not friendly country. It's not safe. No, 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 no. Never. It was very funny that even people in like read history and they never understand it. Like in the past, when Schmittler tried to invade the entire Europe, he united with Japan and they somehow reached to the US and were attacking the US. So US thinking that, or the Americans thinking that, oh, they would never reach us. No, no, we are so far away. There is an ocean between them and them. There is a history book that proves the opposite. This is how alliance and the world order changing over time. So I really like I'm so done with people who are saying that no, actually we are not going to support Ukraine because they are taking a lot of money and they don't care about peace. No, they care about peace. They signed a ceasefire agreement before, and Putin, this fucking idiot, has broken this deal. So no, fuck Russia and Slava Ukraine.